Our speaker has won many major awards and decorations and risen to the ranks between April 2003 and 2011 from second lieutenant to major. Please welcome our Veterans Day speaker, Major Norval Adkins III, 164th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Tennessee Air National Guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today to honor the men and women who have worn this nation's uniform. More importantly, we join together to thank them for their service and their devotion to duty. More than 48 million Americans have served this country since 1776, where they've served in time of peace or in time of war. America's veterans all share a common bond: their unwavering belief in the cause of freedom, a belief that is so strong that they're willing to give their lives, and need be, in its defense. Sadly, nearly 1 million have made that ultimate sacrifice in combat or combat-related operations. Their stories are the story of our history, because America rose to greatness on their shoulders. We owe them our very way of life, our freedom to live, work, and raise our families as we please. We owe so much to our veterans, and it is a debt we can never truly repay. The very least we can do is honor their sacrifices and thank them for what they've done for this great country. Veterans are this nation's unsung heroes. Their families and friends may be the only ones who know their names, who knew the sacrifices that they made to serve their country. In peacetime especially, because it's very easy to forget that men and women on duty are in lonely outposts around the world. Veterans have missed the birth of their children, wedding anniversaries, and graduations. They've spent holidays in soggy rice paddies in Vietnam, amid the stinging sands in the Iraqi desert, and in the cold and rugged mountains of Eastern Europe. Many of those heroes never lived to wear or hear the title of veteran. They died on foreign soil defending the cause of freedom around the world. Ronald Reagan once said, "Most of those who died in defense of our country were boys when they died, and they gave up 2 lives. The one that we were living, and the ones they would have lived. They gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up everything for their country, for us. And all we can do is remember." I've experienced this firsthand not once but twice. My father being a Vietnam veteran who passed away prematurely due to injuries he received in 1978. And in February 2002, Staff Sergeant Philip Shepard, my brother-in-law, died prematurely, leaving behind a nephew and niece that I call my own now. Fortunately, many of those that have served with us are still alive. We know them as our fathers and our mothers, uncles, and even our next-door neighbors. They represent the finest men and women America has to offer, and for the most time in their uniform represents a defining moment in their lives. Military service gave these individuals a sense of commitment that lasts a lifetime. Whether they wore the uniform in wartime or peacetime, they felt a new sense of responsibility. They came to understand the price of freedom because they could put names and faces to it. They came to understand that freedom is just not an abstract concept. It's a bond of loyalty that's forged between them and their buddies in the ranks. Our veterans are living examples of what it is to be good citizens. They've given a lifetime of service in the country that has been enriched by their contributions. And speaking as citizen soldiers, we're increasingly relying upon the Guard and Reserve to combat the war on terrorism. We simply couldn't accomplish this mission without their support. Technology has changed considerably since veterans of World War I and World War II have fought defeated tyranny. Today we have smart bombs, satellite communication systems, stealth fighters and bombers that can invade our enemy's airspace virtually invisible. The business of warfare hasn't changed. all that much, but it's become more sophisticated, even in the time since our first Gulf War. But General Patton put it best: wars may be fought by weapons, but they're won by men. The legacy of our American veterans is proud and an honorable one. No matter where or when they served, our nation's armed forces acted honorably, decently, liberating countries from the hands of brutal dictators. And this tradition continues today, where our forces have defeated the tyranny that once enslaved nations. Our uniformed services also continue to help build roads, bridges, and utility systems, and hospitals, so they can too experience a free and democratic society. American veterans around the globe can proudly survey the results of their shared sacrifices. And in closing, to all the veterans, I say, or we say, thank you. Thank you for your sacrifices, the sense of duty, and for your service. Our nation salutes you, and we are gathered here today to salute you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.